My daughter was murdered, and she was part of a mass shooting.
Shauna Cameron,
Robert Wilson was murdered in Polk County, Florida on October the 22nd,
today
2023.
to stand up for my son and all other young men across
Leslie
America.
Daniela Rodriguez was murdered in domestic homicide.
Happening now on the Hill, thousands of crime victims are marching from Union Square to the National Mall.
There is never in the history of CSJ that we've had this many survivors, 2,500 plus deep.
Welcome to the first ever Crime Survivor Street March on Washington, D.C.
To be a part of something like this for the first time, it's not only historic, but it's absolutely needed. I think it sets the tone for what we expect for survivors nationwide. A space for us to heal, a space for us to be able to advocate, because there's a lot of issues that we're facing that people can't see.
Everybody here, they're showing up and they're showing others who have been impacted by crime that, hey, you have a voice too. Share your story. Let's build safer communities.
Survivors of violent crimes, it sometimes can feel very isolating, but being amongst all of these folks here who are survivors of violent crimes, you begin to draw strength from each other.
CSSJ means that we have a village and a family that was created for us.
We've provided a lot of grants to these community-based organizations to bring people from their communities to this event.
This is one of the most important events that you can ever do when you're an artist. This is about healing and about letting them know that we love them and you're not alone.
I'm marching today because as a crime victim myself, I know how hard it is to get the resources that we need in the wake of a crime. Once I got amongst other crime victims, I learned how to go from a victim to a survivor.
I'm looking for you to help me get some work done at that building behind me.
As a black man in LA, we're 8% of the population, but we lead in every single category of victimization. But what were services for us? Where were healing services and therapeutic services for us when we lost our loved ones? This is why we started this movement.
We wanted to do this event 2 months before the election to let policymakers know that as crime victims, what safety looks like to us is different from what you all think safety is.
We've changed victim compensation in 12 states across this country. We've expanded trauma recovery centers from 1 in 2012 to 54 across this country.
We have won 100 bills in those 12 years, and that's us just getting started.
We all say we belong to a club that no one wants to be part of. And so the only way to stop membership is to create policies that foster better societies.
We have to give people something to live for. If we can't convince and create that sense of hope, a sense of life, a sense of community responsibility, what are we actually asking people for?
There's going to be changes after this day. This is how movements get started, by bringing people together from across the country, having them see the vision of what would it look like for all of us to have a right to heal. And we're seeing a glimpse of that today.